Superhot. Or, as the game says repeatedly,
Super hot, super hot, super hot, super hot.
originally released in February of 2016, and available on all modern platforms, retailing for $24.99. Superhot is a first-person shooter with a minimalist aesthetic. You have to kill a bunch of red beings. But the catch is that they only move when you move. So you are basically creating over-the-top action scenes in slow motion. Once you complete the level, you then see your various attempts at beating the level till you finally see the finished attempt in normal speed, which is usually quite impressive looking. But this is not a first-person shooter in the traditional sense. What this is a puzzle game masquerading as a first-person shooter. And each level is really just you figuring out what series of actions you need to take in order to get through the level. And yes, there are times when there's more than one correct series of actions, but as levels get longer and more intense, it seems as if there are less choices to be made. The footage you are seeing was recorded off of the console version of Superhot, and this is a case where I think a controller is really holding back the game. I was able to play a PC version of this game and found that it was far easier with a keyboard and mouse. In between levels, you often get little snippets of story that's clearly trying to be very deep. Judging from the look of the fake command prompt, I'm assuming this game takes place sometime in the 80s. Where a game like Superhot would actually be functionally impossible in a home setting. I think the implication here is that the player character is actually being sucked into this world to actually do these things, but that is never actually stated. Instead, we get weird warnings to stop playing Superhot, but then our only option is to play more Superhot. What exactly is supposed to be happening in the story, I'm honestly not sure. But I don't think this game was really supposed to be about story. I think it's about killing some red polygon people. In an extremely precise and heavily choreographed fashion. And honestly, I found myself simply being annoyed whenever the action was stopped for the little story snippets in the command prompt. Though having said that, I found myself mostly playing this game in very short bursts. I would complete 1 or 2 levels, and then find myself wanting to take a break from the game. Then after a little break from Superhot, I found myself wanting to play more. So while not being the deepest game in the world, it certainly had a compelling element to it that made me see it through. Is Superhot worth your time and money? Yes it is, but I would recommend getting it on a platform where you can use a keyboard and mouse. If you do wish to play it on a console, I would recommend waiting for a sale, as the imprecise nature of analog sticks can make this game much more frustrating than it needs to be. Please do subscribe, comment, like, and tell your friends.